Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. I'm Joyce Steindler and this is Megan St. Marie, and today we are going to begin our class on Release the Fear, Tap into Courage, and it is class 4 of 4. So Megan, go ahead and let us know what you'd like to say.
Okay. Well, as the previous 3 classes, we are starting with, we're kind of doing it in thirds. So we're starting the first third with my Sacred Soul cards, which is a deck of cards that I created from a trip I took to Italy about 2 years ago. And they're 41 cards. They're black and white images that I took with words that I put on the back of each one that came to me either when I saw the image as I was capturing it, or later when I was back in the States and I was looking through the images. Whatever really came to me is sort of what is on the back of them. So for this class, we've been doing 3 every week, just taking 3 of the cards and using those as sort of a jumping off point or a theme to capture a few notes on paper, and then use that later in your life to think about a little bit more deeply about what comes up for you and how you can create things in your life or what you want to look at. So they're almost like a launching point for journaling or having a conversation with someone, whether it's just yourself or picking up the phone or having a conversation with someone else. So the cards that I've chosen today, we've been doing 3. I actually chose 4 because it's the last class and we can make
But you can.
Because I made these and I can make up the rules. So what I'm going to say is go ahead and get a pencil and paper, or if you want to type it in something or whatever, or just think about it. What I'm going to do is show the card, talk a little bit about it for a minute, and then allow you a couple minutes. And what my request is, usually what comes to you immediately is sort of the wisdoms to capture. So go ahead and just jot down whatever. And if it feels silly or whatever, don't worry about it, but just jot that down and then expound on it for the time we have, which isn't a lot, and then later you can expound on it further. So the first card that we're going to do today is self-expression. And I apologize for the grainy quality of my computer today, but hopefully you can see this all right. A little bit of reflection. This is sitting in Venice in San Marco Square in my very favorite cafe called Florian's, which is like literally they've been serving tea and things there for 400 years, I think. And you look out and there's these live musicians playing, and it was just extraordinary. First of all, I love a good stand-up bass, so I was like, wow, that's cool. But I just sat like a little kid on the window seat staring, eating my sandwiches and watching these people play. And the card is self-expression. And what came to me, I'll read the back of it, but self-expression. Don't die with your music still inside. This card reminds you that your voice and your point of view are unique. It is time to speak up and share. It may be through music, your words, your humor, a skill, a talent, or a craft. Today, take one action that shows an expression of your gifts. So what I'd like you to do is sort of, if something came to you immediately, write that down. If it didn't, just think about it. And that might be, maybe it's like, do you have friends or family that is always commenting on, wow, you have such a knack for that, or such a gift for that? Or if there's something that comes to you from other people, or just something for yourself that gives you joy when you express yourself. I know for me, it's taking photos. It's having that, I like to squat down and get a weird angle. And I like to express things that maybe other people don't see. I also express by writing poetry and by speaking, and I don't play a musical instrument, but that might be, something that comes to you if that's something you used to do and you enjoy expressing yourself. Or it might be just turning on music and dancing around like a maniac in your living room, just whatever. Self-expression. So that's the first card. And then the second one is perseverance. And this is one of my favorite cards. It was a rainy cobble street in Rome, and this older man was walking up the street, and I, in my oh so judging younger American ways, was was worried about him. I'm like, oh, the cobblestones are wet and he looks so sweet and older and I hope he doesn't fall. And I was just like, later I thought, Megan, that is really judgmental of you. He's lived there probably his whole life. He's doing fine. But I was watching him walk through the rain up the street, and the sweet thing was he got to this corner and he turned it, and there was a little baby in a baby carriage with the mom. And I could hear from half a block away this little cooing. And so the old man was like flirting with the little baby, and it was like, oh, you know, which is the same in any language. And it was Italian. But it was so great. And what came to me was, wow, you're just like walking through the rain and you never know what's around the next corner. And that's what struck me. I was like, you just never know. And it was delight. It was pure. He was delighted. He suddenly became, you know, like a 30-year-old. The mom was delighted and happy. The little kid was cooing. It was just sweet. So the card is just after this photo was taken, the man crossed the street at the corner and gently sang to a baby in a stroller. He was delighted, as was the child. You never know what is around the next corner. This card reminds you to keep going. So it's perseverance. You know, he didn't see that. He had to turn the corner to get there and see that. And I think I love metaphor. So to me, the metaphor is just, if you know it's worth doing, keep plugging along, because you never know what delight is around the next corner. So take a minute and think about maybe what you're persevering and what I would say, you know, as a child, did you get perseverance modeled to you? Were your parents able to persevere in things and you could see that and watch that process? I know children persevere. I've done this when I was little. My children did this. You know, you're in the grocery store and they really want those Cheerios or whatever, and they don't let go. They're tenacious. They have perseverance. They want that no matter what. And it's, I mean, that's a humorous, lighthearted way of thinking about it. But in terms of being a grown-up, there's other ways that it's like, okay, we know what we really want. And hopefully going through this class has helped you get a little bit of clarity in that. So it's just continuing with, okay, the results aren't showing up yet, but I'm going to persevere. I want to let people wind up, but I'm going to move to the next card, which is gratitude. And again, this photo is taken in San Marco Square in Venice. And it is a picture of the corner of the Doge's Palace. And I was struck by the intricate carving and on the side of the building. And then each one of these, I'll call them like a key. Apparently, I have a dear friend of mine that schooled me a couple months ago, and he said, did you know, because he's Italian, did you know that each one of these is slightly different? And I said, no, I didn't. That's pretty cool. So it just adds to me, to the beauty of it. So I was standing there staring at this and just thinking about how intricately it's carved and the beauty of it and the structure and how it stood there for generations and centuries. And the card is called Gratitude. Notice the intricate details and care taken in the structures around you. Notice also the beauty and the details of your body and your structure. What do you love about your body and how it works? Today, show your body gratitude for all it does. And so especially in our culture, but probably worldwide at this point, I don't think we give our bodies enough gratitude for what they do. I'm going to share a little personal story. My mother was in a Weight Watchers group, and she's elderly, and she's got a lot of deformities and a lot of things going on with her body. So she could sit and whine about it. She was in a group with a lot of women that were in their 30s and 40s, and they were asked, they said, how do you feel about your body? And my mom spoke up. She's very upbeat and said, I love my body. It gave me 3 children. It allows me to, and she went off and said these things. And I thought, right on, Mom. You are like, you could sit there and whine about everything that's going on with you structurally that is not working. And instead you just have gratitude, and you're, so that's what this is about. It's gratitude. And I wanted to think about body and structure because it's very easy, I think, to sometimes have gratitude for other things, but really having gratitude for this thing that encloses us and how we don't have to think about the next breath or how our heart beats, and really having gratitude for the things that we take for granted in ourselves. So I will allow you to write a couple minutes on that. Okay, the 4th card is courage. And this image is, I forget exactly where, it was in Venice, but I forget exactly what street or bridge. But it is a carving of the lion, and that is the symbol of Venice. So this card says, the lion is a symbol of Venice. It signifies courage. You are a lioness. Do not be afraid to roar. And when I went to print, the feedback I got from a couple people was, oh, it says lioness, not lion. And I said, yeah, I'm leaving it because I'm a woman and things are always, everything is lion. I'm like, why isn't it lioness? They're just as important. So it's my sort of little thing, personality in this card. So to the men out there, you're the lion. But anyway, it's, I wanted to end on this because I feel like some of the things we've talked about during this class have laid the foundation for you to think about ways that you can take action, getting clarity on maybe how you want to change things in your life or add things to your life. And this is winding up with wrapping that all up together and realizing that if you have the clarity, you can chunk it down into small steps and just have the courage to take the next step. So I would invite you to write down what feels courageous to you and what feels like the right next step for you to take in whatever area of life you want to do that. Okay, and then for the next portion of the class, Joyce is going to lead us in a tapping, and I'm going to follow along and model it with her. And I wanted to let you know, if you do want a deck of your own, that is available at my website, or if you live in the Portland metro area, I can meet up with you and get you one, but otherwise it's at sacredsoulcards.com, and you can see. And then my intention in designing them was almost to have it be like a coffee table book, but in that it would be really beautiful, and it's something that you could, like mine I leave out on my coffee table, that you could kind of leave out and use daily or whenever you felt like it, as an inspiration for having a conversation with somebody, or writing something, or just like, okay, what do I want to think about today, and grabbing a card. So that's a little shameless plug for my cards.
Perfect. Thank you, Megan.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Okay, so like Megan said, these are her Sacred Soul cards that she has created and went to print with. They have information on the back. They also have images that she took on the front of them. She had over 800 images she took and explored, and had so many different insights as she was moving through and doing these. So this is a perfect example of someone having their self-expression come out, and their perseverance to get it done, and the gratitude of receiving pure divine inspiration, and that gratitude toward life, and how she can share it with others. And then also tapping into the courage to get out there and to share her message. So Megan is a fine example of how it can be one artistic thing that inspired her, and she collaborated and expressed what she wanted to do, and it was validated, and then she moved forward in every way. It doesn't mean she didn't hit any roadblocks.
Yeah, can I interject one thing?
Yeah.
I've never done anything like this before. I felt called to do it, and I had to wear like 8 different hats, and there were some tears involved and a lot of frustration. But it's the first time as an artist, because I've painted and things before. It's the first time as an artist, and I'm really proud of these. They came out exactly as I wanted them. Everything is mine. It's my heart. It's my gift to the world. And that feels really good. And if someone had told me in the beginning how hard it would be, I might not have done it. And so, but I felt so called to do it that that's why I said, don't worry about the end of the staircase, just take the first step. Because people and situations came in to help support me, and answers came, and I figured it out, and I'm getting them trademarked and copyrighted, and they're out there in the world, and it feels really nice. So just know that you'll be supported in every step, and you don't have to, if it's a big project, you don't have to know how it's all going to come together at the beginning.
And this was an artistic endeavor, but it was also a soulful endeavor. And I think that's what people can realize in their own self-expression, is that it comes about in many different ways. Like you said, it can come through music or writing, poetry. It can come through in how we show up in the world and what our natural gift, unique abilities are. So I think that's the part of, like, it doesn't have to be this cookie cutter way of life. It can be alternative. It can be something that's just out of the blue, and it just inspired you so much that you take that creative action step by step. And humor got Megan through this. So remember that.
No, it does.
Here's the thing, humor will make or break the whole thing, because we could have got to a place where it was not following through with something. And what does that do for other people down the road, right? So when we do have that humor and we bring that in, then we get back to, okay, what is the truth? This is what I'm guided to do, and this can have such an impact on so many more people in the world. So thank you, Megan, for following through with your gift and your talent and all of the artistic endeavors you're going to do from here on out.
Thank you for your support, because you were definitely one of my biggest cheerleaders. And you saw the tears and the happy dance.
Right. So, and I just want to encourage everyone else, your innate self-expression. When Megan said, reflect on that, what is it really that your self-expression that you've been shamed or couldn't express in the past, or there was something that was just like, no, we're scientists and engineers and we're attorneys and we're these things. We don't do our art, or different things in that way. And I don't mean to just put that out there for those fields. That's just an example of where we can get caught up in what our own family lineages are and those beliefs with our family sometime. And then we don't express our creative talents. So I'll get off of that, but I just want to encourage everyone to really look deeper into the self-expression, the perseverance, like what is around the next corner for you and how are we going to get there? We don't have to see what is around the next corner. We do have our gut instinct and our guidance and our intuition that might have a knowing of what's around the next corner. We might perceive it, we might know, and yet it's following that true gut instinct and following through once you are there. Just as she was showing the card of the man in that card going around the corner, when he got around that corner, did he know he was going to sing to that baby? Mm-hmm. Did he know? Or did he have a song in his heart that had been waiting to be expressed, and he was able to have that experience, but bring joy to someone else while he was doing it?
And that's the cool thing. 3 people were in pure joy.
Right.
I mean, the mom was in joy. The baby was like gurgling, so happy. And he was so happy. It was just like instantly he spread this little love nugget to and to me, witnessing it.
Exactly. And you had an image of it. That man may not, he'll never know how he's impacted the rest of the world. So there is that. And then that, how we just keep going, and you never know how you will impact others. So that is amazing to me. And then the gratitude part of that is, if we have deep gratitude for our bodies, our minds, our souls, and our spirits, that takes us away from the shame, the guilt, the embarrassment, the anger, the rage, or anything that might hold us back. So those frustrations can just go away when we can step into the true core power of the gratitude that we do have. And that can get us to the next step, like you said, with how you were talking about body or what that might be. We're lucky, we're breathing. I was in Oregon. I just was in the fires. So I know what that's like to have an air quality of over 500. That was extreme. So I came back to Salt Lake, and the air quality here, I think today's 54. Huge difference, right? But I went outside and was able to breathe. Now, the gratitude in that was incredible. And yet there are simple things in our lives that we can have gratitude for each day. And I want to honor every single person that is going through the tragedies and the world events that are happening. That if we can find gratitude in one little moment, wherever that may be, it's that I just send so many blessings to each and every person, finding where their moment of peace is and how to get through the next moment. Because moment by moment is how this is done. Like Megan has indicated in the past, it's not about climbing the entire staircase. You can if you want to at a time, you might be a little winded when you get up there, but you can take it step by step, moment by moment, and piece by piece and still get to the same destination. So it's not about necessarily being the fastest or the best or whatever that is. It is just about following through and getting moment by moment to the place that brings your heart, your soul, the greatest joy you'll ever experience. That's the trick to this, and spreading that love and joy to others along our path. So what we're going to tap on today, and courage, woo! So sorry, my fourth card here. So Megan tapped on courage, and yes, we are all experiencing that deep courage right now on many levels, and we are the lion and the lioness, or that deep courage. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's just we are courage, and stepping into that and knowing how to integrate what your deepest, that's the part, come into it. So taking that action with the clarity in your own life. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do 2 tapping algorithms, and the first one is actually going to be on shame. And that is because we're gonna tap into your own self-expression, your perseverance, the gratitude, and the courage. Where have you felt you didn't have shame, or you had shame that that didn't follow through with? And I saw you, Megan. Go ahead.
Oh, because there may be a couple people on that were not on before, so just a quick little back thing, couple sentences about what EFT is and tapping.
Yeah. So the tapping points again are, it's EFT, it's tapping meridians, and it's 5,000-year-old just acupressure, acupuncture points. So we will be tapping on those points. It's something that you can look up further or touch base with us on. And we tap through to release old emotions or stuck emotions. So sometimes we go through life and don't realize we have these stuck emotions. And when we do tapping with them, we find that we can do a release or a quicker release of the emotion that helps us to then process in the mind, the body, and the spirit to get into a more balanced state of awareness. So through these tapping points, we use multiple places. This is like the eyebrow point, one of them we'll use today. This is the collarbone point. And then we'll also do under the lip today, and we're going to do on the collarbone. So I'll go through 2 different algorithms, and we'll say some words that go along with it. And so that's tapping.
It's actually, I was doing it incorrectly last week. I thought it was higher up.
Yeah,
so it's actually on the collarbone. It's a little bit lower.
There's an indentation there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where it's at. So then we're going to go ahead and do the tapping points, and after the tapping, we will lead into a meditation. So that's going to be the next half hour. So let's get started. And if there are any quick questions, go ahead, Brian, and unmute. If there are any quick questions we can take a couple minutes here to address any concerns anyone may have regarding tapping. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just dive right in now. And again, we're going to work through shame, because shame comes up with people in many different areas. They don't necessarily know they're holding on to shame, but it can be something that is just back in the mind or back in the body somewhere that happened when you were a small child, and you have no frame of reference really, but there's this underlying shame that comes up that holds you back from moving into the next stages or steps of your own self-expression, your own gratitude and courage. So we're going to tap on that one to get through this. So shame is under the lip right here. So under the bottom lip in the center. So we're just going to go there right now. And then the next point will be on the collarbone. So as we're tapping, even though in the past I may have experienced shame on the collarbone, I now can clear that. And again, this is just an introduction to tapping. We're not going to go through the full series, but this is just an introduction to what it's like when you're working together through it. So under the lip, even though in the past I may have experienced shame on the collarbone, I can now release that. Under the lip, even though in the past I might not have understood what shame was on the collarbone, it's now okay for me to release that. Under the lip, shame might have not been something I understood. On the collarbone, and now my awareness may be raised. We're going to go side of the hand right now and just release that for a second. The karate chop point. Side of the hand, side of the hand. Okay. And then we're going to go back onto the lip. Some emotions might rise to the top and the surface. On the collarbone. And it's safe for me and others to clear this now. Under the lip. I might not understand shame, but clearing it on the collarbone can help me to move forward now. Under the lip. What other people thought in the past. On the collarbone. It's not anything I need to carry any longer. Under the lip. We're all divine souls doing our best. On the collarbone. And as I persevere forward, I help and assist others. Under the lip. Letting that shame go now. I can truly shine. Side of the hand. And then what we're going to do right now is go ahead and shake that out. Close your eyes and open your eyes. And just hum a few notes for a second. There you go. And count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And close your eyes. Open your eyes. And then we're going to tap on the side of the hand again. And we're going to shake that out. Under the lip. Even though in the past I may have not known what it was, I now have gratitude for myself and others. And I move forward with ease. Okay, shake that out. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to do under the arm and the eyebrow point. And these are for installing positive belief and peak performance. So as you're climbing those stairs to get to where you want to be, or taking the whatever path it is that you are going to be taking for your own unique journey, as you release that shame, we're going to go into positive belief and peak performance of to keep going, to persevere, your self-expression, and the gratitude that you have in moving forward with pure courage. So let's go ahead and focus in on, we're going to go under the arm and go ahead and think about what it is that makes you happy, your self-expression, the humor, your innate point of view, your everything you would like.
That's like if you're a woman, kind of like the bra
On
line.
your bra line, yeah?
And yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and under there. So this is installing positive beliefs. And then you're gonna go eyebrow. Here. And this is the algorithm. Under the arm, eyebrow. So think about what it is that's around the next corner for you. What are you creating? Under the arm, eyebrow. I now have the ability, the strength, the courage to move forward with ease. I have courage, and I show it to the world. I might just show it to myself. On the eyebrows, under the arms, but I'm still expressing and sharing that. My unique gifts and talents. Under the arm, and it makes me happy. Might be music, it might be humor, it might be the work I do. It might be just walking down the street, turning a corner, and singing to a baby. It might be simply breathing, laughing, smiling. On the eyebrow, it might be tapping into my greatest strengths, having the courage, and following through. It might be the ability to bring about change, peace and healing, love and light, one moment at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time. Okay, go ahead and shake that out. And then under the arms, go ahead and take in a deep breath. There we go. And rest and relax. Tapping that. And then go onto the heart point, right on the heart. Self-love, self-expression, peace, healing, love, light, presence, knowledge, and wisdom. Whatever your self-expression is, to bring you into balance, harmony, and your perfect and ideal life. Unconditionally loving yourself and sharing that with others. So go ahead and shake that off. And that's just a example of what we're talking about here. So on tapping. So we will lead into the meditation next. If anyone has any questions on tapping there, feel free to go ahead and ask any questions you have. Brienne, is there anyone that you can see?
Question.
Okay, great.
I got my mute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I noticed before last week or last time I did this, I was doing it quite slow and I was paying more attention this time. I see that you're tapping actually quite rapidly.
Oh, you
Is
can do it.
meditating?
Yeah, you can do it rapidly. You can do it slowly, whatever your rhythm is. Typically, I'll do it, sometimes pretty fast. Yeah, but it's your preference.
Okay, so there's no right or wrong speed to that.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Anyone else? Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move into the, here, just one second. And then Amelia, if you okay, you did. Okay. We're going to go back to just one second here. Amelia, can you go ahead and mute yours? Or Brienne? For the view, for me to start with the meditation, if we can change that.
It shows that she is muted.
Okay, okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, I hope so. Yep,
Okay,
it's
thank you.
you're welcome.
It's showing that Maria's not muted and the two of us are not muted. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
Oh, now she is.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Okay, so I will go ahead and go into the meditation now. And let's see here. We're going to go with taking, I think, Megan, the view is going to be on you, I think. So just
Oh, good. Okay. I flunked a class in high school because I
I'm
didn't.
like, Brian, I don't know what the view is on how this is
Stare
going
at me.
to feel.
I got my eyes. Okay.
I'm like, I just want to
Love
warn you,
Joyce.
Megan.
Okay.
Might not be on me.
I think maybe if Megan mutes, it will be on
Okay.
you.
Great. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Brian.
Okay.
Thank you. Printed. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you. There we go. I'll just do it this way. There we go. If anyone wants to follow along. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start now with our breath and shake out any extra energies you might be thinking in your mind about how you're moving forward in life and what we're doing. So let's go ahead and, oops. Start with that. Okay. So taking a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. Breathe out halfway. Breathing out all the way. Taking in a deep breath. Holding it. And release halfway. Release all the way. And a deep breath. So settling into your body, your mind, and your soul now. Letting go of the tension. Any thoughts that you have about what you're creating, how you're moving forward in life. Just allow yourself this moment to be present with yourself. Following the words or not, but being present with your breath. Bringing in a golden light above the top of your head. And allowing that to go in to all parts of your being. Absorbing into your body this pure golden light. Sparkling, illuminating, shining brilliantly. Allow this essence and this presence of gold and feel a bubble of light, this golden light in your abdomen. And expand it, sending energy to every part of your body that's needing extra vitality and health, peace and healing, love and light. And just feel that. And allow the energy of Mother Earth to come up through the bottoms of your feet. The strength and the courage and the wisdom. And through the top of your head, a brilliant white light or silver light coming in and merging. The two energies merging at the heart, flowing together, creating balance and peace. And the colors may change. The frequencies may change. The vibrational energy patterns changing now. Entering into a quantum timing in this moment now. For peace and healing at the highest levels. Recalibrating your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul. Letting go of the past. Being in the present moment. And right now, illuminate that light, the frequency of what you would like to obtain, do, and be, your essence. Letting your natural gifts, talents, and abilities shine through. And you can view them from a distance or within. Bring in the excitement, the love, the joy, the anticipation, knowing that it's possible now. Simply know this is possible right now. Flipping the switch, shifting the conscious awareness right here, right now. So see these talents and abilities, what you would like to accomplish, the courage and the strength, and the positive feelings. This peak performance of what is possible. The miracle that you would like to enact right now. Because breath by breath, moment by moment, we're recalibrating our body, our mind, our souls, and taking actions every day. Where are we placing our actions? Our mind awareness, our awareness today. So imagine and pretend that you can create your perfect and ideal life. Knowing that yes, there are steps along the way we may not be aware of, but we can embrace the qualities and the love and what we do to take those steps and actions each day. Centering and balancing in your heart, knowing it's possible. Some of you may manifest and create in quantum timing very quickly. And in an instant, that is what is so in your reality. So create in your mind's eye what you really want to create. And remember, anything is possible. You have support and teams, and others have the same or somewhat same ideas and visions that they'd like to pursue as well. So when you collaborate, you're actually strengthening So many more. So let the stress go. And focus in that area by letting your mind drift to that place of joy for yourself. It might be swinging in a hammock, laying by a beach, looking at tropical water. It might be sitting under a tree in your favorite place, looking into the distance. It might be sitting in this present moment, listening to the words, amplifying your knowledge and wisdom, and choosing to act upon the courage within you in a peaceful way. Wherever your happy place is, moment by moment, it may shift, but you can be taking action in those moments of presence. Remembering each day just to breathe, letting go of any chaos around you, staying balanced and in that peace. Let that love in now and let that guide you. Self-love, self-awareness. Sending thoughts to your body, your mind, that are of positive, uplifting messages. Changing the old messages and updating them now. I am peace. I am love. I am wisdom. I am knowledge. I am clarity. I am courage. I am peace. I am light. Just remember what the words you tell yourself, moment by moment, help get you to your destination. And letting go of that backpack of old negative beliefs. Just letting that go now. Throw all those old negative beliefs and words in there and let that backpack go now. You can mindfully place that aside and fill up a new soulful self within right now. You can have a new backpack if you want one. but filling up your soul self with the positive, what you are telling yourself and allowing others to say to you. Choose what you put into your awareness. Love and light, peace and healing, energy, joy, laughter, humor, light, music, harmony, forgiveness, forgive yourself, and welcome in this new radiance of light, new courage and gratitude, persevering in your self-expression. And when you're ready, integrating it fully, and coming back to this place of safety, love and light, presence and being, surrounding you all with golden light and all the colors that resonate within you. Opalescent, rainbow healing, whatever it may be for you. Integrated fully in your heart, your mind, and your soul. And welcome back. Shaking out all the energy, just allowing yourself to come back to this place. Thank you all for joining us in this class today. This is 404, and we'll be having other classes in the future. So if anyone has any questions, we can have that or comments. And if you would like to be in touch with us for any further classes, feel free to reach out to us at info@energyhealthclinic.com or to email us there or visit our website at energyhealthclinic.com.
When you were speaking, I couldn't follow that properly, but I had this urge to drink water and have something to eat. You know, is it because of high frequency and vibration?
So that, if that's what you're guided to, that's what you're guided to in that moment. There's obviously something that you're needing. So
Yeah.
thank goodness you're honoring what you need, right?
No, but I felt, you know, there was high frequency and vibration. That's what I felt.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else?
I'd love to share.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The cards this week were so right on. And the tapping, like I really enjoy it, and I can see how much it helps like move stuff through. And so I'm just really excited to be learning this technique. But when you did the meditation and you were talking about leaving your backpack, I actually like saw myself like in this desert, and it was like I was sitting by a stream, and my backpack was very heavy, and I set it down next to the stream, and I went to like leave it and walk away, and I giggled because it was almost like I turned back to look at the backpack again, like almost like like when you are attached to something, so almost like a sadness of leaving it, but also a big like relief at the same time. So thank you so much. How?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's part of when we're releasing old beliefs and things that happen with us in our life. We carry things around for so long, and we have no idea that we're even carrying them around, and then we want to look for them because that's our old way of dealing with it, or that is our system for knowing where things are at. So it's great to have that awareness that you were like, oh, but wait a minute, I need that. And it's like, yeah, you can have the backpack, right? But what's inside of the backpack of the old limiting beliefs that hold us back, it's okay to let go of those. So upgrade your backpack with what you'd like in it. That's it. You can clean it out, sanitize it. I'm sorry. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you. I can't hear you, but
Turning it upside down and letting it all
right?
shake.
Air that baby out. It's got too much. So, okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay, so if there's anyone else, then we can wrap it up. I'm sorry I went long there.
Joyce,
Yes. Yes.
Joyce, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. It was for me it was very profound. Like in a very short time, I went very deep, but I was very distracted at the same time. But what happened at the very end, I saw a third eye image, which I not see them that often. And this third eye image was like if I was standing up in a field, and I could see like a huge hole in the ground because it was dark, and I can see that part of land was like a square, but after that there was a huge tree and everything was green. And I was standing up looking at that empty space that was dark, and then I asked, please, what is the significance of this? And I kept looking at it, and I didn't get it, but it was like very vivid and it's very clear. Yeah. So I don't know, probably an empty space means that you can build from the base to the top, or that you were able to dig out what you no longer need. I don't know, but the big tree was in the background. Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Do you have any insights what this could mean related to the guided meditation?
So the best I can say to that is we're all on our own unique journey of how we experience each thing and how we go through this meditation. But the intention is to be clearing out the old so that we can step into this new and to have that courage and strength. So I would imagine it's like that. It's like walking into and having a clean slate to start from.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all for coming. And we will absolutely, we just love having you. And thank you again. And if there's anything you'd like to say, Megan, go ahead, or Brian. Whoever would like to say.
Well, when do you guys think you'll start another class or another session, and what, like, how can people find out? I did put your guys' website information, all of that stuff's on the chat box, but is there a way, like, will you send out information when you decide to do another one, or how will that work?
Yes, we can. And with the fires and things that were going on in Oregon, I was delayed on sending out the YouTube that we posted from last week also. So that is coming out. If you haven't received a personal email with the link in it on the YouTube, it is on YouTube now under Energy Health Clinic, and we will be doing that also. But you can reach out to us again at energyhealthclinic.com or info@energyhealthclinic. And what we'll try to do also is put messages out there as quickly as we can on Facebook or on Instagram or YouTube, alerting people that we will be having classes also. So if you're not subscribed to the Energy Health Clinic link on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe there. And then we can post on there, you know, quick things that, hey, we have a class coming up. And I imagine we'll be teaching on, there's so many that we've talked about. And I'm like, what's our next series? It might be on love. I don't know.
We're not committing to it in this moment, but there's some things in the works. So yeah,
there are.
If we have your email, once we get more structure and know when we're going to do it, we'll reach out and let you know.
Yeah, and thank you so much. I mean, this has been a casual series also, so thank you for, you know, allowing us to just
appreciate it.
Integrated into it.
To be able to share and have the support and see your faces. And thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a fabulous day. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.